Hello everyone, in this video we're gonna learn how to solve this challenging limit without using Taylor series or L'Hospital rule. Alright, limit of this one when s approaches 0 is actually 0 over 0. This one is the indeterminate form, right? I'm gonna divide the top and bottom by s squared. It turns out to be limit of, I call this one A. I call this one B when s approaches 0, right? Now I need to calculate A first. So I'm gonna let little a equals square root of 1 plus 4s, right? Little b equals cube root of 1 plus 6s, right? Then a becomes little a minus little b divided by s squared, right? Now, you know that difference of 2 cubes equals a minus b times a squared plus ab plus b squared, right? Then you need to solve for a minus b, so a minus b equals a cubed minus b cubed over a squared plus ab plus b squared, right? Now you substitute this guy right here and this guy right here into the formula right here, right? So it turns out to be a minus b equals a cubed, which means this guy right here cube. It turns out to be 1 plus 4s power of 3 1/2, right? And this one cube equals minus 1 plus 6s, right? Over a square, which means this one square, plus ab plus b square, right? So it turns out to be 1 plus 4s plus square root of 1 plus 4s times cube root of 1 plus 6s plus cube root of 1 plus 6s square, right? We have m square minus n square equals m minus n times m plus n, right? So I'm gonna let this one right here be m, this one right here be n, right? So have m minus n equals m square minus n square over m plus n, right? So this guy turns out to be m square, which means this one square is turns out to be 1 plus 4s altogether cube, right? Minus this one square is going to be minus 1 plus 6s square, right? Over m plus n, which means 1 plus 4s power of 3 1/2 plus 1 plus 6s, right? Now we have the formula a plus b altogether cube equals a cube plus 3a squared b plus 3ab squared plus b cubed, right? So I'm going to use this formula to expand this one, right? So m minus n becomes 1 plus 12s plus 48s square plus 64s, right? Now for this one right here, I just use complete square formula to explain this one, right? Don't forget to distribute negative 1 right here. So it turns out to be minus 1 minus 12s minus 36s squared, right? Over this guy right here, rewrite it, right? Alright, 1 and negative 1 gone. 12s, negative 12s gone. 48s squared minus 36s squared is going to be m minus n equals 12s squared plus 64, this one I forgot, cube, right? S cube over the bottom, you just rewrite, right? Alright, I'm gonna go back over here. So a minus b becomes m minus n. This gonna be right here, right? So I'm gonna factor s squared out, right? So I have s squared times 12 plus 64 s divided by this one right here. I just rewrite, right? Alright, so the whole thing right here is actually m minus n, right? And don't forget to copy the bottom one right here, right? Now we're gonna go back over here. So a becomes a minus b over s squared, right? So I just write a over here equals a minus b over s squared, right? So does that mean a minus b equals this one right here? I just put s squared outside, right? Now s squared and s squared gone, right? So I have the limit of this one right here, which is a right here, right? So a equals limit of a minus b over s squared when s approaches 0, right? It's gonna be this guy right here, right? So when s approaches 0, substitute 0 for s right here, the top is 12, right? The bottom is this one gone, this one gone, so this one is 2, right? Times this one gone, this one gone, this one gone, so you have 1 right here, 1 right here, this one gone, so you have 1 right here, so it should be 3, right? And this guy turns out to be 2, right? Alright, the answer for this one, a equals 2, right? Now I need to calculate b right here, right? So I have limit of b when s approaches 0 equals limit of s squared over 1 minus cosine 3s when s approaches 0, right? Now we have half angle formulas in trigonometry. It's going to be given by sine square of s equals 1 minus cosine of 2s over 2. Now observe that this angle right here is double this guy, right? Now you have the angle right here is 3s, right? And then this guy turns out to be sine square of 3s over 2 equals 1 minus cosine of 3s over 2, right? Look, this guy right here always double this guy, right? Now I'm going to multiply both sides by 2. So does that mean I get this one right here multiplied by 2, right? I just replace this guy with this guy, right? So this guy turns out to be limit of s squared over 2 sine square of 3s over 2 when s approaches 0, right? Now you have the formula limit of s over sine s when s approaches 0 equals 1, right? So I just rewrite this one as limit when s approaches 0. Now the angle right here is 3s over 2, right? In order to apply this formula, this guy right here, this guy right here, and this guy right here, they all must be the same thing, right? So for this one right here, I just multiply the top and bottom by 9 over 4, right? So I have 9 over 4 s squared over 9 over 4 times 2 times sine of 3s over 2 squared, right? Now 9 over 4 s squared can be written as 3 over 2 s all together square over this one right here cancel out, right? It's going to be 9 over 2. So I bring it to the front, it turns out to be 2 over 9, right? Sine square of 3s over 2 when s approaches 0, right? Now, this one can be written as 2 over 9 times limit. Now, when s approaches 0, 3 over 2s still approaches 0, right? So, I'm going to let u equal 3 over 2s, right? Then, when s approaches 0, u approaches 0, right? So this one can be written as u square over sine square of u when u approaches 0, right? Now, it turns out to be 2 over 9 of limit of u over sine u when u approaches 0 altogether square, right? And this one right here equals 1 right here, right? So the answer is 2 over 9. Now b equals 2 over 9, right? Then finally, this guy right here will be a times b, which is 2 times 2 over 9. And the answer is 4 over 9. This one is the final answer. And it's your time to stop. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember that if you failing to prepare, you're preparing to fail.
We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine.